My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire, the High Ascension grind with the Silent. We'll get it. Oh, we'll get it one of these days. Just getting closer and closer. Whoa, really? We're starting out the episode like this? Guess that just means that off camera I must have had a run or attempt of my own. Or maybe the end of the last episode was still here on the first floor. 15 damage to remove 2 cards. I've learned more and more that that's apparently just double negatives, effectively. Well, the thing about the paths here is they all suck. 2 midline rests, 4 midline question marks, 2 elites versus 3 midline rests, 2 question marks, an early shop at an elite versus 3 elite with 2 super early shops. I'm actually gonna take that. I'm gonna specifically stack this entire floor around trying to take out 3 elites before the boss. Is our boss again? Hexaghost, cool. So against Hexaghost, I definitely need to be balling out of control in 6 turns or less. So I can't play something as defensive as I might play against, for instance, the Guardian. So if it's a poison deck, it needs to get poisoned quick. That kind of thing. Strength Potion as well as Terror, Endless Agony, and Deadly Poison. Well, I'm really happy to take that Terror. Hell yeah, especially considering the elites that we have on this upcoming path. Hell yeah, and the Strength Potion as well. Between those 2 pickups by themselves, we might already be in the ballpark of capability of killing the 3 elites on this floor. Not a victory, of course, but of killing the 3 elites that plague us on this floor. Holding away from us those relics that I need so badly. Bane, Sucker Punch, Sneaky Strike. I kind of want to go Bane, just so that I have damage to deal on top of the Terror. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't take Noxious Fumes here, but there's... Sorry, the Glass Knife, but there is Noxious Fumes and another Bane. I mean, this is really, really, really good. So, in long fights, we have the Noxious Fumes just building up over time. In shorter fights, we have the Noxious Fumes providing poison so that Bane double hits against the vulnerability applied by Terror. Seems pretty solid. Catalyst seems... like, it'll help sometimes. That's another... Wow, another Bane. And it was on sale as well. Yikes. We need to find a way to get poison in this deck more than just in that single individual Noxious Fumes in particular. Because if that's on the bottom of the deck, you know, seems like it's a huge issue for me with what those 3 Banes that specifically want it to not be on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that could have been played significantly better. If I used the Strength Potion, I could have saved myself much HP there. Thread Needle at the start of each combat, gain 5 plated armor. Not bad. Leg Sweep is a really nice defensive option. Gonna have to rest here, unfortunately, because I screwed up. Took a lot of damage that I otherwise probably didn't need to. This is really unfortunate. I know that I've got mostly aggressive cards coming up, and I'm now entangled as well. Actually, just going to double your poison already. Hell yeah, those Banes do work. Backflip, dodge, and roll. Thinking backflip probably out of those. Darkstone Parry out. Whenever you obtain a curse, increase your max HP by 6. Not bad. With these relics in particular, I really do have a lot of optimism for the rest of the run. Oh, sorry, with these two potions in particular, I have a lot of optimism for the rest of this floor. I'm just not so certain about how are we going to deal with the final boss on this floor. Like, I think we're either going to be completely fine or terrifyingly destroyed. I can't tell you which it is. Now, unfortunately, I have to wake you up. Wow, I haven't even got Noxious Fumes out yet, and I have to wake you up. Oh, this is really bad. We could probably die in this fight as a result of that. Lagavulin is not joking around. Yeah, there's my first poison. Nice. Couldn't give me, you know, a lot of the Banes in the same hand so that I could benefit from the steroid potion. That kind of thing, maybe. Alright, so we've got 10 there. 10, 9, 9. So 10, 9, 9s for what? 28? With the steroid potion, we'll have lethal. That's really unfortunate. I wanted to use those in the final boss fight. Bag of Marbles at the start of each combat, applying 1 vulnerability to all enemies, as well as well-laid plans. That's seeming pretty useful for this deck now. I actually think I might go with upgrading. Ooh. Yikes. Can double strike to take 1 target out. I think I have to do that and then Survivor. Well, that's 20 damage incoming. Exactly the kind of thing I was terrified would happen. At the very least, it looks like we are capable of defending ourselves from that. Noxious Fumes, just get on the top of the deck, please, occasionally. Just saying. Would make life so much easier. Five and 5 again, easy. And now we're fully defended. Retain Survivor. I probably just defend myself next turn as well. Alright. We actually managed to get out of this fight without taking, I think, any damage at all. Which is a lot better than I thought we were going to do there. This thing. Okay. This is the fight for which we should technically be most prepared. It's a lot of days. Thankfully, our deck is pretty thick, so the effect of the days is mitigated a little bit. That's also relatively early Noxious Fumes. I mean, it could have been earlier, but it could have been later. But it also definitely could have been earlier. Single strike to the front line kills. So past that, I'm basically just looking for defense. Awesome. Again, another situation of we were pretty well equipped. Without Noxious Fumes, this fight would have been a hassle. Without the Terrors and Banes, other fights would have been more of a hassle. So we've just got a little bit of something in the deck for a lot of different types of fights. Happy Flower, every 3 turns gain an energy, as well as Wraith Form, Leg Sweep, Blade Dance. I feel it's Wraith Form. I feel like this deck is probably aggressive enough that it's Wraith Form. If I rest here, I just make the boss hit me harder on the second turn. I think I'll give myself that extra turn to extend for damage with Wraith Form. We'll see how this works out for us. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee that I draw the neutralize in the next hand, so I have to use Leg Sweep here just so that I know that the Hexaghost is weakened next turn. I might use the Essence of Steel in here as well, actually. Alleviates the burden of defending basically at all. Thanks again to Noxious Fumes for being literally on the very bottom of the deck. Big shout out, huge fan. I'll hold on to the Wraith Form because I feel like we're going to want it on the turn where everything's about to go haywire. That turn, of course, being the next... It's not Inflame. I can't remember exactly what it's called, in fact. But whatever it is, Inferno. There we go. I need to be prepared. I'll be taking Wraith Form now. Thank you. So I can play Wraith Form this turn and then just go all aggression. Which is kind of the plan. So I'll keep the strike there as well. Catalyst is left in the deck, not bad. Yeah, I was definitely close enough for the kill to play the Wraith Form. So is this how Wraith Form is supposed to be played? Because I hear so often that it's good, but not why. We'll take Adrenaline. Speeds up the early part of the fight a lot. Definitely Cursed Key here for the extra energy. The extra energy is super important. Courtesy of the fact that we have, 2 cost cards, 3 cost cards, draw as well in particular. As well as retain, which includes, or rather increases the energy cost of the next hand. We also have a soft synergy in the Darkstone Periapt having the ability to increase our max HP by 6 per curse we pick up. So we may actually want to pick up some curses. If we got Duvu Doll, then definitely, but right now it's still up in the air. We can actually visit that early shop and see possibly if Duvu Doll's there. Might change our mind. I mean, oh, that should have been Strike obviously used there. Wraith Form totally works here. These don't get that many turns. Then I'll retain the Bane. Excellent. And we got him. Hell yeah. Who's our boss this floor again? Champ. Well, I think the other catalyst allows us to push for lethal suddenly in the champ fight, whereas the Bane helps us on the floor fights more than the champ fight. Yes, obtain a special relic. The special relic here is Warped Tongs. At the start of each turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of combat, and then I immediately go to the next space and I can remove pain. Or I could take the blue candle. But that still denies my initial draw, and this is an aggressive deck, so my initial draw is important. I may even want to take Noxious Fumes just to draw it earlier. Yeah, I actually do want Noxious Fumes. Maybe instead of Noxious Fumes, I Dolly's Mirror my current Noxious Fumes so that it's upgraded. No, I'll save the money. Hey! Immediate opportunity to upgrade a card. Okay. Pretty much all of these need to be upgraded kind of desperately. The catalysts in particular come to mind. Awesome. Damn, 1 damage. You got me, partner. You really got me. Taking another 6 this turn, but then it's pretty easy lethal with basically any draw. Yeah, that'll get it done as well. Kind of want to take the flying knee just because I know how high our energy costs are, and it'll help smooth that a little out. Book of Stabbing is could be rough. That's 21 damage incoming, so I've got the ability to block for 13 plus 4. Take what I've got. Thank you for providing the weakness. Alright. That was a super early catalyst, and I didn't like having to do it, but it was extraordinarily necessary. I don't want to draw a bunch of wounds, so I'm still defending there. I've got 2 more turns of invulnerability, and with this catalyst and that terror, we may actually be able to beat the clock on this one. I'm going to be frankly astounded should it work. And it does. Hell yeah. Orichalcum, if you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. Between Orichalcum and the Thread and Needle, with a unblocked turn, we get 10 block at the end of a turn, which means that if we are, if we have the Wraith form that's lowered our dex ridiculously, as long as we haven't taken a bunch of damage and lost our plated armor, we still have some defense. That is really, really, really important. Backstab versus Blade Dance versus 1,000 Cuts. Probably none, just because of how important it is to get our poison early. Okay, both catalysts are now upgraded. A lot of damage to take there, but I couldn't put another curse in my deck. All right, I'm going to leave my options open by going to this position. Do I want to open this? Kind of do. Damn, we got Pain. That's one of the worst case scenarios. We got Ninja Scroll, starting to combo with 3 shivs in hand, but, you know, Pain is really limiting in terms of, you know, how many of those you get to play. Yeah, there's Pain. It's already turned up in my opening hand. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's so bad. Right, I'm going to leg sweep the back line. Use a steroid potion here so that I can shiv 3 times for all of the kills. I'll flying knee, and then I'm actually just going to leave it. It's a lot of HP damage to take right there. I'll retain the Bane, just because I don't have any AoE in this deck, and I still haven't got a single one of my Noxious Furies out. Good gosh. Wow. Game, please, with the Noxious Fumes. Game! Look at this hand! I have had everything except for either of my Noxious Fumes. If those don't come out early, I cannot win. It is that important. I have to choose to use an explosive potion there so that the Gremlin leader is not guaranteed to be attacking this turn, but never mind, they're attacking this turn anyway. Thankfully, we drew the Wraith form, otherwise we were just done. Already done, so. Alright, and then we've got the other catalyst. Play that, and then end 2 turns. Good gosh. So the Wraith form is coming in clutch and helping me finish these fights. I can see its value here. Turnip, you can no longer become frail. Not bad, not bad. Concentrates, not particularly powerful for us. Malaise is, but, you know, in the same way that other things are. Is Malaise good enough? Yeah, Malaise is still pretty good. I want to go to these two and just rest a bunch, but there is another elite up there. All right, you know what? We'll take it safe. I know. We'll take it safe, right? I know. Where do I come up with this kind of stuff? I usually wouldn't, but I actually will heed better advice here. I could probably, like, Wraithform this early, but I don't want to get super cocky and start doing it like that. Bane, and then I'm a laser. Gotta get it down eventually. Should have used the Spire at the very start there. I didn't even look at the leftmost card in my hand. Wasn't even thinking about it. And then I'll just let the auto defense do it for me. Hell yeah. Bye-bye, Shell Parasite. This is why I thought it was going to be okay to go for another elite, because of how well we can do it. I'll take a Deadly Poison as just another kind of way to suddenly get the poison in there. Saves me an energy to upgrade that Terror pretty much every combat. The boot, whenever you deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. I don't think that's that great, but eh. So we do have a scaling element in this fight in our poison, so we will be able to beat the champ event. You really had to put pain in my opening hands. Fine. That's what you get. I'm only going to play the ones that I desperately need to get to leave that hand. We'll hold the Catalyst. The idea is basically I'm just going to suddenly double Catalyst at some point, and then the champ dies. Savvy? I am going to need both of my Noxious Fumes out prior to that, especially. I'll throw out the Malaise super early because I don't think we're going to the second phase of the champ. I do think we are just going to double the poison and then insta-kill. I can defend for 17 this turn. Alright, it's time to Wraithform, I think. So next turn, you'll have 19. Huh? Hang on, so 24, right? No, 23. Okay. So we've got the triple. So 9 times it. So it's 180 this turn, 180 next turn-ish. That's enough for lethal. All right, we win. Whee! Tries to purge this turn, dies to the poison beforehand. All right, so this is definitely capable of taking out... possibly capable of taking out one boss. But is it capable of taking out any more than that? The burst is actually not that powerful. So the hallway fights are, you know, the terrain of Terror, Bane, etc., etc. And then the boss fights are Wraithform, Catalysts. So I don't think any of those fit in. Well, actually, the thing is... Burst Catalyst is really powerful. But I think if I jeopardize my hallway fights by including a card that's not necessarily powerful in those, that I lose before I get to the boss. These aren't great options. So that's 3 curses for our deck as well as 3 relics. But the curses give us 18 max HP. 18 max HP is pretty big. Not being able to see enemy intents probably kills us in the final boss fight. And also not being able to rest probably kills us in the final boss. Kills us rather in the final boss fight. I think I take the calling bell. Clumsy and injury and parasite, those are all actually kind of fine. Ornamental Fan, whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block, as well as Peace Pipe, the ability to remove cards from deck at rest sites, and More Bank, whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold, no longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. Okay. Donu and Decker are our first bosses. How's this deck deal with Donu and Decker? Try saying that 10 times fast. It doesn't, actually. Unless I save one catalyst for one of them and then one catalyst for the other, in which case I'm probably, like, dying before the Wraith form actually ends up saving me. So, how do I solve a problem like Donu and Decker? Corpse Explosion. That's what immediately comes to mind for me. Corpse Explosion would do it. I'm gonna hold on to Wraith form. Especially because there's an Exploder on the field, so I can just play it on the turn the Exploder is going to deal 30 damage, and suddenly they're dealing 0, which is significantly less than 30. I know, I checked it a couple times. It does turn out to be the case. That is the wrong target, by the way. That definitely should have been on Spiker in the back line. It's my bad. We blew up to deal all of 1 damage. I'm mortified. I'm terrified. There we go. Fire potion as well as another well-laid plans. Probably a bit much. Funnel. At the start of each combat, apply 4 poison to all enemies. That means that all enemies are going to start the fight with 4 poison, so my Banes are already triggered, and my Catalysts already have somewhere to start from. It's really good. And it will be a... I also have Bag of Marbles, nice. So it's removal of artifacting in the final combat on this floor as well, from Donu and Decker. Dex Potion, huge. It's probably the final deadly poison I fit into this deck, though. Really bad. I'm gonna throw a fire potion here because there's definitely gonna be better potions before the final. But also because this fight is kind of terrifying. Oh, I shouldn't have defended there. I actually would have been better defended had I not. I'll retain a parasite there. Just so I never have to draw it again. Deadly Poison Catalyst. Alright, all sorted. The Specimen would do really well for us right now. Actually, so would Dugu Doll. I want it, but at the same rate, like... We need to start removing these curses from the deck, especially Pain. I could probably Wraith form at the very start of this fight, and I'm feeling very inclined to. Yeah, extremely inclined to. I'm just doing it. They're just trying. They are really giving it their all in terms of damage. I'm appreciative they've brought their A game, but I really don't think it's going to be enough. And surprise, surprise, it didn't turn out to be. Oh, well. Okay, I can definitely see Wraith form now. Yep, it's grown on me. Piercing Whale is really good in the Dono and Decker boss fight, so I kind of want to take just for that. I'll take the 50 here rather than the regret, definitely. Opening this. Okay. It's much more likely to hurt me than it is to help me, unfortunately. So I should probably skip it. Awesome. Next turn can be a pretty high damage attack sometimes, but thankfully, yes, I've already weakened you as well as I kept a survivor, so I'm pretty much well covered from all different angles. I think the Maw actually has a multi-attack. Yeah, it's this one. So the Piercing Whale was here ready to take care of that, but evidently cannot need be taken. Right. Back to the Piercing Whale. Excellent. Defend for exact damage. Loving it. There's the Catalyst, of course. I wonder if turning down that burst was actually a horrible idea. After Image seems like a lot of the time it's going to be negative for us because it will prevent the Orichalcum triggering. Remove all curses from my deck. Yeah, seems okay. Transient. Okay, as long as we can set up our poison early, then this will be fine. And it's full. Damn, I overdrew. That's my bad. I'm just very focused on trying to get this right. Especially after another Catalyst, I don't believe the Transient here will be able to do anything at all, ever. Which is nice. I just stacked on things that did instantaneous damage there because I really didn't want to take any. Oh my gosh. Really keeping that Catalyst from me, eh? Whew. Alright, game. Playing hard to get. There we go. Easy. And we're at the point where I can just end my turn. No. Such a strong no on those. Wraithform the opening hand? Hey! Wraithform the opening hand. I'm not even going to play the Noxious Fumes. I don't think we're going to be in the fight for long enough. We still haven't got our AoE taken care of, mind. So that is something that's still kind of hanging over our heads. Where's the Catalyst? Thankfully, even though the Reptomancer is healing, you're not summoning any minions, I'm taking no damage, you're still dead. Excellent. Nope. AoE is just always our biggest problem. Hell yeah on that Noxious Fumes as well. I may be making a bit of a risky gamble here with the assumption that I'm going to have Wraithform out by the time these Exploders explode. Maybe I should be directly targeting them. I think I actually should be directly targeting them. All right. Yeah, I'm going to treat it super seriously. And, of course, then we got the Noxious Fumes, so it actually didn't matter. Damn it. Sorry, not the Noxious Fumes, the Wraith Form, rather. Still. Alright, that's our final basic combat. Hopefully we get... It's probably not as good as it... Crippling Cloud for the final combat, definitely. I want to Smith, rest... What do I want to do? Kind of want to just rest. Just get back to full HP. So, Donu and Deca, are you going to need my Dex Potion? We've got 4 powers in our deck. So, the Awakened one isn't the world's worst, especially considering we don't play Wraith Form until later. Time Eater is... pretty big problem. No, Malaise on the Time Eater is pretty reasonable. I think we saved the Energy Potion for Malaising the possible Time Eater, and we Dex Potion in this fight. Well, shucks. I just need to get one of them down as quickly as possible. So I think I probably Malaise just to remove the artifacting from Donu so I can then Terror. All right. Gosh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Crippling Cloud, well-laid plan, draw. Super early Catalyst. $14 becomes what? 40, 38? What? 42. So that's a bunch of turns more still. Piercing well. I'll retain both of them. I'm thinking that we just killed Donu with all of the catalysts and then Deca ourselves, basically. $22 damage incoming. So I can double defend for 14, then double Bane. Defends for another 4 on top, so we defend for 18 total. That's pretty good. And we got rid of all of the plated armor on Donu there. Yeah. Pretty small amount of damage to take there for getting that large an effect. This one's not good, though. This is really bad. Wow, I thought the other catalyst was still in the deck. It's in the... It's in a completely different pile. Whoops. Alright, I've set Donu to die in 2 turns now. So to retain, next turn I'll have 2 attack cards for Deca. I do have to take another 12 damage this turn. I didn't appreciate it, but we get Donu down only using 1 catalyst here, and that's pretty big. Okay. Leg Sweep is already here, ready to take care of that next. Goes on to the 2 strikes, of course. Looking for Catalyst as quickly as we can possibly get it. Ooh, Wraith Form's already in. We are fine now. There's Catalyst. All right, we win now. Or rather, we win this combat. Now we have to worry about the following boss fight. I'm very nervous. I don't know if you can hear that in my bated breath. One down. Next one's going to be way easier to poison. So I think I want poison to take out the second form of the awakened one, and probably damage from Terror to take out the first. These cultists do need to be taken care of somehow, unfortunately. So. I kind of want to use the extra energy this turn. Alright, I'm not gonna. I want that extra energy for a giant malaise on the awakened one. Piercing Whale, crippling crowd. I mean, that's pretty straightforward right there. We're trying to get through this awakened one without actually using any of our powers, which is certainly a technique. I may have to get well-laid plans out here, though. Do I play well-laid plans or not? I think if I power him up, I lose. I think I play well-laid plans, but I don't play either of the others. Just keep these two. Yeah, that hurt a lot. Alright, I forgot to use the energy potion to do that. Okay, brain. Just straight up skedaddle. It's fine. No, it's I didn't need you at all. The hell happened there? It's fine. We'll deal with it. Probably should have kept that defense. Uh-huh. More than happy to throw in extra defenses here. The awakened one down bit by bit. I think Wraith Form is like so far from playable that I'll just keep a defend over it. Leg sweep. I'd love to triple attack, but I don't have the opportunity to. So I'll settle for double. It's the Catalyst that should really be taking care of the first form of the awakened one and then the powers afterwards. I kind of inverted the priority. It's okay, though. This looks like it's going to work as well. Hey, Noxious Fumes actually got upgraded. Nice. See, I want the catalysts for the second phase of the Awakened one. Maybe that's a dumb idea. But I'm going to need one way or another to get through 320 HP really quickly. Can't really think of a better way. Gotta make sure that those noxious fumes are ready to go as soon as the awakened one is down. And in comes 40 damage. It is Noxious Fumes, Wraith Form. Bane Strike. Now the goal is just to get to my Catalyst as quickly as possible and then drop both of them on the awakened one at the right time. Leg sweep to keep you awakened. My heart is racing so quickly right now, I cannot. Alright, take a breath. Take a breath, Ryan. I didn't deadly poison first there, but it's not going to matter. Holy crumbs. We did it! Yeah! It's way too early in the morning to scream out loud. So before my roommates come in here and yell at me, I'm going to very quickly say, my name is Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slay the Spire, High Ascension 20 Victory with the Silent. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves as much as I have, and hopefully we'll see you next time as we start the defect climb. Actually, it sounds like maybe they didn't wake up. Whew. Adios.